So, I don't know how this person found this post. It's from 2014.
We're about to be streaming.
Okay, so let me show you something. So, I'm going to describe it. It is the back of the head of Mr. Clean watching a falling star.
Watching a falling star.
And the
like
post
a
is from
field of
2014. It
grass.
says I wish for worlds clean. And the quote tweet is, you read it.
I am tired of Earth. These people, I am tired of being caught in the tangle of their lives. That's a Dr. Manhattan lion. Lion?
Dr. Clean Hatton.
Dr. Clean Hatton. That's amazing. Welcome back, Bambinas.
That's a good callback.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Bambinas.
Welcome back,
In this
Bambinas.
episode, I believe Lou Jack wanted to do the cowboy voice.
Yeah, me and Taylor are switching voices.
I was trying to help him. We learned. I was looking up on the strategy thing what we were missing, and I learned a couple things. One, that we could pan to the right. Slide to the right.
Okay, but before that,
and also there's
before,
according to the wiki, this may just be a Wii thing, but it could be on multiple things. But apparently,
what's funny
if you look at the badge that we've had this entire time,
yeah. So what's funny is that we were just kind of, derping
around,
getting our bearings, and Taylor was like, "Hey, can you examine the ID thing?" And I was like, yeah, I can examine the ID thing. And then Taylor, while he was reading his wiki, I was like, can I examine my badge? I didn't verbalize this. This was in my head. I just kind of went to the badge and I was like,
no.
And then Taylor looks to the screen.
No, you fool!
Taylor looks to the screen as he's learned that you can get an achievement, and he's like, no, you fool! Wait for the camera.
You have to get that achievement on the stream.
So, we're gonna...
There we go. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. Yeah, we've never
26381. We got a badge number and everything.
I always thought it had a safety pin. Yeah, it's just screwed into him. He's like a robot.
Yeah. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way, you can tell which attorney it belongs to.
So you mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone?
No, I'd be found out right anyway.
Right away.
I mean, right away. What? I'd be found out right away.
Well, that's no fun. Why would you lend your badge?
Yeah. So, no achievement for that? That's not a PlayStation thing?
Maybe it's not a PlayStation thing.
Oh, come on, Phoenix, right? Let PlayStation have the achievement.
I think something just tried to fly into my mouth.
Probably a crane fly.
What?
Crane fly. I think that's what they're called.
I think they're mayflies.
Mayflies, whatever.
Mayflies. Did I ever tell you the fascinating thing about mayflies? Is that
no.
They're at a point in their life cycle where they metabolize, they turn into like their dragonfly like state, and that state is what? Oh, I just noticed the outline on the car, but I thought it was like someone made a paper outline and then it just flopped out of the car. So, can we go to the morgue, check out the body? Oh no, this is the body. He was some kind of paper outline creature, like he's a Mr. Game & Watch kind of.
Alright. I'm Lou Jack, by the way. That's Taylor. I don't know if we...
yes, I'm Taylor. This is Lou Jack. And mayflies, as far as I know, when they reach that point, they don't actually have mouths. At that point in their lifespan, they literally only exist to mate, and they'll just die.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's like this. What's the word? It's like this mad dash for mating. That's why they're like everywhere, and you see them glued to each other, because they're just mating with their other mayflies or whatever.
Well, now I'm depressed.
Yeah, well, they are. What's the word? They're very ephemeral. It's the funny thing is, I was like, yeah, but how do they live then? And it's like, oh, well, that's not like their whole life. That's their final like stage. It's
That's when they're all old. And
it's the most YOLO form of like metamorphosis. They just turn into a mouthless golem that mates and dies.
I gotta find me a hot bambina to impregnate.
I literally can't eat. I must mate and then die.
I must fuck. I just can't seem to stop fucking everything. Call back to the boys' comics.
Just mayflies, but you feel better about mayflies if you imagine there's just a bunch of little meeseeks. They're just like, I must return to the void from which I came.
Musics aren't supposed to exist for this long, Jerry!
I like that they've existed for like 2 days, and like they look kind of haggard. Like they look like they haven't like slept because they don't die, they just don't age or whatever.
Yeah.
I found this. I saw this PDF. There was a Rick and Morty like supplement released for D&D of all things.
Right.
And I was so excited to see an actual character entry on Mr. Meeseeks. It was really underwhelming. It was just like, oh, medium humanoid. All of his stats are medium humanoid. All of his stats are medium. Immune to damage. And just like a horizontal line for HP because it just didn't matter. And I was like, that makes sense and all, but really, he doesn't have like any like special helping like feats and abilities.
No, he's amazing.
He doesn't get a bonus to hiding in blue areas.
He's amazing. His goal is to
doesn't have
an objective and then disappear forever.
Charisma bonus to be noticed in crowds because he's got a screechy voice. I don't know. Add something, you know. It felt like they didn't try hard enough for that particular one.
What's interesting is that once they're activated, they do kind of age. Like that's
the concept, is that like they get tired or whatever. But
there was one Meeseeks that didn't. Wasn't there one Meeseeks that was like on a cane and like had a beer and stuff though?
Yeah, so I'm guessing they can age, but I don't know if they can actually like die. I think it's like one of those old vampire things where maybe they just become like a sort of like mummy looking thing.
Just become Vod Karma.
I was thinking more of a Peter from What We Do in the Shadows. He's like an old timey like Nosferatu.
Never saw it.
We should watch that together. It's strange but fun.
Yeah. That's your line, by the way.
Well,
I
think there's some mayflies in this parking garage. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I like to imagine that she's got like clue vision and her sunglasses things.
She's like Catwoman.
Yeah. Wonder what this is. Yeah, and you were gonna do the cowboy voice.
Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly.
That's pretty good.
I must be constantly shaving my beard at all times because it just grows constantly. What if that's like his curse? What is it? What if he's got like Rapunzel beard where it's just constantly
You said
growing?
You were thinking Rapunzel beard, but oddly enough I was thinking of the Santa Claus beard.
From the Santa Claus movie?
Yeah, but that's different because it regrows instantly during a cutaway.
Yeah.
The sheriff.
The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim.
Put a little more air into it.
I don't know what that means.
Kind of clench your gut a bit.
Sample.
Project a bit into it.
You best be moseying along unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Okay, are you threatening me with gun violence? Is this guy actually threatening me with gun violence?
That's a weird use of the phrase, because typically bite the bullet doesn't mean actually being shot. It means like, what's the word? Like dealing with consequences of something.
Yeah. You're supposed to be a sheriff. You know what you're doing is illegal, right? Like you were threatening me.
He's getting.
Look,
my whole thing is Maverick stuff. I didn't know I was going too far. Is that not what that means? He doesn't know what it means. He just likes the phrase.
Maverick stuff. God,
pulls a little thing out of his pocket, and it's like a small, like leather-bound, like information book that says like cowboy lingo.
I feel like he should have a sprite where he's just like wood carving.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And he's already got the knife.
Yeah.
That feels like something he would do.
Yeah, instead of shaving his friggin'
Well, I'm really good at wood carving, in fact. I made this cool looking bear thing. Some kind of fancy lawyer bought it. Sure hope nobody stole that. Could you tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Whoop.
Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? With the with the body in her. What is that?
I mean, I think he's trying to use saddle as trunk, or in Britain boot, but saddle would be the seat, not the trunk.
I don't really like this character.
I think it's kind of growing on me, because I like the idea that this guy is so Revolver Ocelot, but has not figured out what each phrase means. So he's like, yes, the saddle. That's the trunk of the car, right? No, the trunk would be saddlebags in this metaphor. Because it's where you put the cargo, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the wagon, you know?
I'm sure he'll grow on me throughout the game. I don't know.
Please.
What's weird is that I liked Maya fine enough at the beginning of the game, but as the game progressed, I started to like her less, simply because she just got
less writing,
repetitive and obvious.
Yeah, I feel like I would normally say the writing staff got lazy on that, but I'm more willing to believe that the writing staff was very tired at that point.
I mean, yeah, there was a lot of content.
Whoever was crunching at the time, I apologize for you.
We salute you and thank you for your services.
Thank you for providing all of these characters in the first place.
Yeah.
I like that everyone's got a theme.
Yeah.
Please again.
No. Oh, no problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Sorry about the stutter, and I had some Swedish la la la.
It's a very rich meal.
It's a very rich meal. Get yourself to the saloon.
Look, they added Swedish blah blah to Red Dead Redemption 2, and you have to skin 4 different animals to get it. What do you mean I need a woodpecker pelt? Have you know what's something kind of dumb and hilarious that I figured out? In Red Dead 2, in Saint Denis, I would go north, a little bit north of the town where the farms were, and I'd be like, all right, and I'll just kill someone's cow and roll up its leather, put it on my horse, and then roll back into town. I just imagine the trapper there. You know, you're just all right, here's a woodpecker, here's a skunk pelt, and he's like, wow, this looks just like that cow up the road. And the trapper just does not care.
Hey, get yourself to the saloon up the... Oh, did I read that already? Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office.
I remember, go low, but try to enunciate a little bit more.
Might just find you a...
Cerveza.
Might just find you a cerveza you like.
That's better.
Prospector's office. Where does this...
You're reading for Phoenix. Prospector's office.
Prospector's office. Where does this guy think he is? And what for the matter? For that matter.
You know, the chief prospector. Note to self: look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza.
Yeah. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great.
Now remember, remember, add a little projection to the end of the sentence. It's hard to do.
I don't know what that means. Give me instructions.
Add a little noise to it. As in, it's when I first learned about this technique when I was trying to copy Cave Johnson from Portal 2, where he goes low, but he still says loud at the end of his sentences. So he'll be like, Cave Johnson, we're done here. And you really have to lean into that here, otherwise it's Cave Johnson, we're done here. And you just can't hear it.
Cave Johnson, we're done here.
Yeah, you really got to lean into it.
I am
so it's
projecting my voice.
You might find a cerveza you like.
find us a racer you like.
Just lean a little bit into the consonants and lean a little bit into the.
I'm the sheriff around these parts.
Yeah, you're getting it.
Yeah.
Great. There may be some clues around here, or victuals, or cervezas, or saloons.
Who knows?
Mr. Wright, let's check it out.
Excuse me.
I have no idea who this will be.
I don't know either. Were you two all set?
Us?
Oh.
Just the opacity goes up.
Hi.
I like to imagine that she didn't actually walk in; she just like phased in. If I had an editor, I would put in the sound from Star Trek where they beam in.
Oh yeah. You want to voice her, or should I?
You're just doing so many of the voices now.
Yeah.
That I wanna do more.
Okay,
so,
we'll do more. So
yeah, look, I'll be Jelly Donut Gal.
You can go back to voicing the lady that we're defending if you want.
Possibly. I thought you were doing pretty good on that one.
All right. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Look, I'm Jelly Donut Gal because, as you see by her hat, she has jelly donuts.
I like her.
No, you're not. It's a Pokemon joke because they had the
jelly.
They had the rice.
Yeah, jelly donut. Because,
yes, they had the rice cakes.
Yeah. Sorry, I was.
I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, but like someone actually made a jelly donut that's got like the white powder and then like a black strip, so it looks like a rice cake, and you cut it open and it's a jelly donut.
That looks like a rice cake.
I like to imagine that those also exist in Pokemon.
It's funny because when I was a kid, I was like, jelly donut. I could go for some of that. But as a kid, I never like recognized that those weren't jelly donuts.
Because like, yeah, you don't see.
Because 6 years old, and a character in a TV cartoon tells you this is a jelly donut. Chances are you're probably gonna believe that this is a jelly donut.
I've learned so much since then.
Yeah. That wasn't a jelly donut at all. Pokemon lied to me. What's this? What's this? This lady's friggin' pretty.
She's got a shape on her collar, but I don't. It's like I don't know, a squid. Maybe she's a fan of squid.
I like squids. You ever had squid?
Please hit the button.
I
need to know what happens. You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. That's like double illegal.
That's like double illegal.
Oh.
Man.
She got the bento box.
Oh, shit, she got that bento
Hello.
box.
Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir?
Yes?
Some crunchy goodness coming at you.
Thanks. Interesting way of doing business.
This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. You need a bento box to have clearance.
You need clearance. Hey, is there a clearance in the room? Anyone?
You need clearance.
Just goes and finds someone named Clarence.
Thanks.
Hey, I got a Clarence.
Oh no. I was worried that joke would come. Especially passersby. Are you officers? Just you two goofball. I mean, you're in a sport coat, so, you know, maybe you're, like, off-duty, whatever. But, like, she's just, like, a kid with, like, a little bow tie and, like, big glasses and, like, buttons and a lab coat. Like,
yeah, she's got a lot going on.
Maybe she just thinks that Emma is, like, child prodigy in the forensics department, because that's what she was going for.
Yeah, maybe.
No, but you don't exactly look like...
You remember her? Rebecca, I want to say?
No idea.
Well,
you know,
like...
I was about to say, man, why isn't there more, like, a Bridge series on Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I realized, like, there probably is, just haven't looked for it. But, like, I really wish there was, like, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge that was on the level of the original, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, but for, like, all the subsequent seasons.
Right.
Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over.
That doesn't sound
like a fun occupation.
Thing.
Hey, you guys muling? You guys,
Cut.
you know?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's in Bob's Burger. It's like, you're not like drug mules, are you? You two muling? I was like, who uses that as a verb? Ow. Ooh, I got something pointing in my toes.
Yeah, well, that's probably something you should deal with. Cough up? Huh?
You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch.
I'll take your lunch. I fucking love bento boxes.
I'm quite connected to this case, you see.
It's delicious.
The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. For only $19.95. Secrets?
Got a secret, can you keep it? I've got a secret.
I've got one too.
Tell me your secret.
I'll tell my secret to you. Unleash your burdens.
Relinquish your life.
I am ashamed.
You are safe now.
The time of reckoning has arrived.
Judgment.
What?
Wasn't it a day of judgment? That day of judgment.
Yeah.
I slept with your grandma.
I tell my accountant I'm semi-retired.
I pay cash in hand because my visa's expired.
And secrets are like margarine. They're easy to spread, but harder to clean off your pants. And once that stain is seen, everyone will know.
I've been sticking my dick in the fridge.
What? Secrets!
Secrets! Gets like Tech Night from Boys. Can't stop fucking everything.
Sir. Dear me. Oh, no, she got me. Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you?
You're a slow one.
Poof. That's my poof noise.
Poof.
I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. Ow.
You did it!
I can't find...
You're the killer.
I can't find the splinter. Ow!
Do you have like a splinter or something?
It's in there somewhere.
Huh.
I read that line where you don't...
Oh, did you? Sorry, I got distracted. What? It's like the... You're no longer doctors. What?
I've been hired by the Bureau of... what was it?
Bureau of... I don't fucking...
I've been called in by the
people...
Yeah, by the community of health to do this.
Ripping up papers?
That seems like an oddly specific job.
What? No, those were your licenses.
You're no longer doctors. No longer doctors.
We could be graphic designers.
Graphic design. No, we're not going to be graphic designers. Ooh, typing around. You know how to do kerning. They're weirdly mean about graphic design, like, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Which is funny because one of them is a graphic designer. Because he's like, oh yeah, I did the graphic design for the pamphlet for this dinner party.
In one of them.
Not everyone's invited except for James and also James.
And also James.
Look, I left this note. It says James, clean floor.
And one of them's gay. Okay, next question. Are you the gay one? Wait, there's a gay one? Skip that question?
So that means that the guy with the darker hair is probably the gay one.
It's never specified.
It's not specified.
It's not even looked at.
The real question is, where did the questions come from?
Huh. The Asian businessman on a ladder, obviously.
Is he just... He's inspecting the vibes out there.
And they don't get paid. What?
Oh, right. You were doing one,
yeah,
right?
Wait, yeah. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime.
You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about?
Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened.
Oh, that's my...
Yeah.
The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it.
I've already forgotten it.
Who are you? Where am I? Is that a chili donut? Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. That was really hard to read with a straight face.
Wow. Who are you?
Who are you?
What is with the weird characters in this chapter?
Look, the bento boxes make like half of my income, and then I moonlight as a dominatrix, clearly.
Oh, well, obviously. Yes, ma'am. Yipes. She means that. I'm gonna read that sarcastically. Yes, ma'am. Yipes. She means it.
I'm from the Hapen cluster.
The Haven cluster.
I love that specific reference, like the joke of like I talk sarcastic is universal, but the I'm from the Hapen cluster, this is just how we talk there, is specifically from System Mastery.
Right. The case.
Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny.
Yesterday you said tomorrow.
So just sell your bento box. I knew something was going to happen.
I'm calling it right now. She's the killer.
I mean, we do end up meeting the killers pretty early.
Yeah.
Well, no, hold on. Nah, not always, because technically we didn't meet the killer in the studio one until like the last part.
Vasquez, yeah.
But as in like it ends up adding up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if she's the red herring though. So we'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon.
Oh man, I love me some salmon.
Man, I played Sushi Strikers, so every time I see the word salmon, I just think of like that lion voice guy going, salmon. Like every time you unlock a new sushi, just bear with me, that's how Sushi Strikers works. Every time you unlock a sushi, they tell you what the sushi is.
Huh.
Yeah. Fatty tuna. Not to be confused with regular tuna. Fatty tuna is like premium.
California roll.
You're right. That's also in the game.
Man, I know sushis.
Yeah,
I fucking love sushi.
A lot. There's a lot of sushis in that game.
Sushi's delicious.
I think what's funny is that there's a couple of them that technically aren't sushi at all. They're like side dishes for sushi.
Yeah.
Like just rice or like specific like vegetables. I think there's like strawberries or something.
Strawberries.
Yeah, strawberries. Like they're just strawberries.
Huh. Just strawberry right here on my bed of rice. Right next to my jelly donut.
What have you unlocked? Okay, I unlocked this sacrificial knife. Unlocked this skull of some kind of dog dinosaur. I unlocked this fish. Just a live fish. Right here on my belt. Which only after I beat Assassin's Creed Origins and then went back to like see more of the content did I realize that it literally has a like purchasable DLC item that's a swordfish.
That is amazing.
It has a weapon that looks like a fish, so you can actually be an ancient Egyptian with a fish on your belt.
It's just a live fish right here on my belt.
Yeah, you can carry around a fish and a sacrificial dagger.
Oh, that's amazing. They combine them. They're both
a sacrofish. A
sacrofish, old dagger.
I gotta pitch that to Trash Mob Minis. That sounds like something they would make. They're like, oh, I'm making like some Innsmouth themes like fish cultists, and I'm gonna call the whole set like Sacroficial.
Sacroficial.
Yeah. You're Phoenix.
Destiny Schmestiny was yesterday's special for some reason.
It was Taco Tuesday. You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then.
Yeah, I'm a defense attorney. You want to see my badge? Well, see.
I can rotate it.
I can rotate it. Ooh, spooky, scary attorney badge.
It'd be funny if it had like the little like animation where at a certain angle it would have the little like white diamond, the ding.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Always looks so shiny to me.
Yeah.
You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of iniquity. evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms about blackening the name of innocence. You know, considering that, like, that was kind of like Edgeworth's thing, that we just took down Von Karma, who was, like, one of the main prosecutors, that's a fair assessment. You got a 50-50 chance of getting a bad prosecutor.
Yeah.
That's not very good. And yesterday, they paid homage to the most evil of them all.
Homage! What you learn, Jimbo? I'm gonna show you some more fucking homage.
It's a homage.
It's a homage. It's French for you better let me do this.
Oh, Tracy.
Oh, it's from Cop Out.
Man, that... You know, I saw that movie with you, and it's got more staying power than I thought.
Yeah.
Like, overall, it's, like, I found it to be, like, a good but not, like, great movie, but the thing is, like, it's got a lot of memes to it that, like, make it come back to you, you know?
Yeah. I love Cop Out.
I gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. That may have been a little quiet. Hold on. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Fugu.
Oh, you remind me of the man.
What man?
The man with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Hoodoo?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the man. Voodoo. They lace your food with bad shit.
It's fugu.
It's voodoo.
Oh, you're saying voodoo?
Saying voodoo. They lace your shit
with an F?
Yeah, with voodoo. Because they lace your food with bad shit, so it's voodoo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose if you turn someone into a zombie with food, it would be voodoo. Maybe?
Control them by, like, moving a salmon around.
Now imagining...
You like throw a salmon on the ceiling and they go flying off.
No, you can only control someone with a salmon if they're taking baroids.
Baroids?
Yeah, baroids.
What the fuck are baroids?
They're like steroids, but you turn into a bear. You saw Deep Space 69.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Baroids. It was only that one episode.
Oh man.
That's the thing about like creative, but like what's the word? That's the thing about the like limited scope, but like creative like licenses is that they'll establish like some really interesting background stuff that just is never mentioned again.
Right.
This all comes back to Omega Water Corp. What is he do? What is he doing? He's riding a jet ski in a bath inside the room and spraying water everywhere. Anything to waste water.
Anything to waste water. Universe, prepare your anus.
The funny thing is at the end of that episode would be like, brought to you by Coca-Cola, F water, and like, then you, only after that did I learn that like, I think it was in the 60s or something, like, Coca-Cola like, literally tried to just buy all the water reservoirs in like South America. Like
Seriously?
they actually like tried to own the water in like an entire country.
That's
which is
just
about, it's about as ethical as you think it is. And so that's why anytime what is it, Coca-Cola or like Nestle or something is like, water, it's good for you. We're looking for sustainable water. And it's like, bro, you're still trying to monopolize the water though. Give people the water. You can't have all the water.
So weird.
Anything to waste water.
Anything to waste water.
I smoke the most. That makes me the big boss. We haven't used that one yet.
Oh yeah, he's got like 7 cigars in his mouth.
Gentlemen. They want swimming pools. Cuts to James and James again. Anything to waste. Wait, that was us. Do you have a Hold on, that was my Maya voice. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there a kind of scientific evidence of this, evil?
My mother was prosecuted by a prosecutor.
Young
she was
Miss.
totally guilty, but still, I hated it. I don't know.
You know what's? I'm seeing that coming actually. I'm worried that that's what's coming up. Is like, despite us knowing that like Von Karma has been around forever.
Yeah.
That like we're gonna get the person who's like mad at prosecutors, but for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Man, I think there was some Phoenix Wright spin-off games where you actually played as prosecutors. And were
Yeah, I thought you played as Edgeworth or what have you.
Yeah.
Or no, not as Edgeworth. Yeah. I remember hearing memes about it. I was like, oh, yeah, he plays prosecutor, and I think it's like Apollo Justice. Unless that was just a fanfic that someone mentioned. I feel like that's a thing. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna read my. Yeah. I read my line, so hit the button.
Well, I hit the button.
Mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out what they call me, the cough-up queen.
Is it
because you punch them in the stomach and like?
And then they cough. You make them cough up blood. Is that?
Or they cough up their monies. Honestly, it's just not catching.
What are you doing? Trying to get my lunch back? Well, can't do it like that. You gotta hit her in the stomach. Like, bam! That was from Archer.
I was just mad. I just was thinking about that clip of Yu Yu Hakusho I saw today. Man, Yu Yu Hakusho and a lot of animes at the time, they really did that exaggerated gut punch a lot, where like someone would turn into rubber if you punch them in the gut.
Yeah.
Because like you punch someone in like the face or whatever, and they like turn to the side. But if you punch someone in the gut, like their back just goes whoop. And I'm like, I like the animation, but at the same time, it's like that is weird.
That's not how physics works. That's not physics. That would never be physics.
Yeah, it was a trope at that point. Ew.
Yeah. Ew.
The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded today, was in his car. They found the body. Yeah, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. This is your visual novel adventure video game developed by Capcom. First made a Nintendo DS handheld game for 2007, and the West in 2008. And iOS and Android in 2016, and Nintendo 3DS in 2017.
Anything else?
I do like when games like are like adapted to different mediums as they come out, or different things, just like so people can like still get them.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of when something decides to be a console exclusive, which can be annoying if you don't have that console.
I just I'm kind of right though. Like I wish that like what would you really lose if you made a console that was reverse compatible? Because it's not like you're still, because the thing is you're not still producing your old consoles, you're not still selling those, so it's not like you're making more money by people going around buying like old PlayStation like 2s and 3s.
Yeah,
that's all secondary market. What?
Are
you having trouble with the...
Oh yeah, she's having trouble with it. Oh, did you read that already?
Proof that he... Sorry, I gotta read this line well. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all.
Penises?
What's the evilest lunch?
Penis. Penis is the evilest lunch of all.
No. That is incorrect for multiple reasons. No, I was gonna say that French dish where it's like a fertilized egg that has like half of a chick developed in it, and then it's like drowned in cognac, and then you eat it with like a cloth over your head so God can't see you.
What the
I don't know what it's called, but it's like a whole thing.
They did that in American Dad.
I would describe it as like one of the evilest meals, because it's like you literally like went out of your way to like create a life just to eat it in a way that like is so wasteful and bizarre.
That's pretty fucked up.
But then I was like, no, that's dinner though. So evilest lunch, I'd say, I don't know, burnt mac and cheese. It's just someone. When you disrespect the Mac, you disrespect me.
Return of the Mac.
I brought that mac and cheese to the house. I wanted to make it something beautiful.
Wasn't there like a movie where a guy was eating another guy's penis? It was like the whole premise of the movie. Trying to think of what it was.
No.
It was
No.
It was a movie that Spooky Race did, I think.
But I don't know. But I don't want to talk about it. Because if I did know, I also wouldn't want to talk about it on the stream. Really?
Yes.
Why would they make a whole movie about that?
I don't know. I don't know,
like,
man.
You're gonna make a
People
movie
about weird shit.
about.
There's a lot of cannibal movies.
I mean, there are. There really are. I feel like that's like a specific genre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, you could showcase that it's a genre because it shows up as a gag in Cabin in the Woods, where it's like, no, those are regular zombies. We're using cannibal zombie hillbillies.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie.
Did you know that movie has Easter eggs of zombies from Left 4 Dead?
I imagine it has Easter eggs of a lot of things.
I mean, it has a lot of like little Easter eggs, but like when I didn't see the movie, but when I first heard about that, like it was recent. Like Left 4 Dead was like still a fresh thing because it was an online game for like several years.
Right.
And so the idea that they actually like got the character models and just put them in for like 1 second was fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where something is preserved in a different medium way outside of its actual existence. It's like Bill Overbeck from Left 4 Dead being in Dead by Daylight, where like Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, like I don't think they're gonna get a sequel for like anytime soon. And so like his most recent appearance has been in a totally different game.
Yeah. Man, why don't they have any Left 4 Dead remasters?
I mean, what do you mean?
I mean, like,
Left 4 Dead
remaster it for current consoles. Like for the PS4 or
that's a good question. Do they not? Is Left 4 Dead 2 not remade for the PS4?
I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna look it up. 'Cause I would not know. It's been a while. That's your line.
Well, oh yeah. Really? What? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What you witnessed.
Answer is no. There's a petition to have Left 4 Dead remastered on PS4 and Xbox One.
By the time it gets remastered on PS4, the PS5 will be out, and then they'll be wanting a remaster for that, but then they'll never do it.
Yeah, but if the PS5 is truly cross-compatible, then it wouldn't
even matter.
Yeah, I really, I'm so hyped for that concept, but I'm worried that like PlayStation is gonna PlayStation, and they're gonna be like, nah, we're gonna make a whole new. When we make a whole new thing, it's gonna use exclusively those games.
Yeah.
It's like, but you're not losing anything, and you own the brand. I guess it's because when you make a new system, the system is different enough that it's hard to actually make it work.
Yeah.
But like on the other hand, I always found it weird that like if at its heart these consoles are like computers, that shouldn't they be able to run just older software that's using a very similar operating system?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because like from my perspective, it's like if I could run Vampire Bloodlines using like a handful of like special patches that was just made by fans that make it available like on like Windows 9 or whatever.
Right.
Like I think it should be possible. Maybe it's just they don't think it's cost efficient or something.
I don't know. Ooh, that's frustrating. So, what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? A Star is Born.
It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. So, a lady stabbed him.
Huh.
To see Lana Sky wield that knife, so... Exclamation.
That was my exclamation point.
Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. I hope I'm loud enough on the mic. I got a really low, like, little bit of a kind of a grumble to this voice.
Am I loud enough for you?
It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of a silvery ties to this world. I thought he was wearing silvery ties.
Oh.
The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. Bruh! And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife.
Wait a second. You know Lana Sky?
Wait, so it's Emma and Lana Sky, and it has the same like naming pattern as Mia and Maya Fey.
Yeah.
Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor.
Emma and Lana aren't nearly as easy to mix up as Maya and
Mia. Yeah.
They sound different enough.
Well, one of them is like South American sounding, and one of them would come after the word mama.
Look, if it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey.
Even if it has a monkey kind of shape?
Even if it has a monkey, if it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey.
Well then, what if it... But if it doesn't have a tail, it's
not
just...
a monkey, it's an ape.
It's an ape.
It's an ape.
Ah. We almost got that line.
Almost. Which is why saying great ape forms are like so fucking confusing, because it's like...
Oh, you mean in Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Because
they
they're
turn
like...
into great apes, except they have a tail, so they're like great ape monkey things.
Yeah, they're great monkeys. They're monkey themed. And it's funny because they could have just... I guess because great ape rolls off the tongue easier than great monkey.
Great monkey.
Especially because, like, there's not a lot of... It's hard to imagine a giant, powerful monkey compared to, like, a more of a gorilla with a tail.
Don't you dare besmirch the power of the great monkey god that has been preached to us by our savior, Huck Drubman Jr.
Thank you for that. And voiced by the beloved Jackie Chan. I watched Kung Fu Panda 2, so...
Right.
Jackie Chan does not get a lot of lines. I mean, just the monkey character in general.
Is he still acting?
I don't know.
I hope he's doing well.
I worry about him because it's funny because like Jackie Chan himself will show up every couple of years and be like, "Guys, I heard a rumor that I'm dead. I'm not." Okay, that is all. That just happens. It happened back when I was in like, I don't know, high school or no, middle school, or it was like, guys, I heard he was like on Twitter or something. He's just like, the rumors of my death have been highly highly embellished.
Hey, I'm still alive, okay, bye.
Oh yeah, I don't know where that quote's from, but it's the rumors of my death have been highly exaggerated.
Wait, I know that line. Is that from Game of Thrones? No.
How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder?
Wait, what?
Someone decided that Angel Star's theme was bento boxes, but I don't feel like the lines translate that well. She always travels light?
Look, all I know is I could really go for a fucking bento box right now.
You got Pop-Tarts.
And what universe is that a substitute for bento box?
I'm saying you got snackaronis here. You got snackaroons.
Yeah, but fuck, I want sushi.
Oh. It's a specific craving.
Yeah, man. Have you been to what was it, Saraku or Sakaru?
I went to one sushi place with you once.
Did you eat the sushi?
No, I didn't eat the sushi. You know I don't eat sushi.
You should eat.
You know I don't eat most foods.
I remember that. That was that Park Place.
I think.
No, it wasn't. We were with another friend.
But what I remember is that it was Yumi and I think it was your friend.
Yeah, I remember there was 4 of us. It was my friend and her boyfriend, and then we kind of picked you up because you were like, "Hey, I want to hang out," and I was like, "Hey, we should go pick up Taylor."
We just went to a sushi place. That was kind of neat.
And
I hadn't been there, and I liked how. It was, what's the word? The place had like 2 front doors, basically, because you could just wander in from the back door.
Yeah.
But all the like lights and stuff are on there, too.
Oh, man. We ate so much sushi. Not you, but like me and the other 2. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name?
Why not?
Why not? Wobbuffet.
You know, I've never heard the call of a why not in the anime, so I don't know what they sound like.
I have. They're in one episode, and it's pretty much like, why not? That's what they say.
That reminds me. I think there was one of the like fan theories. Excuse me. One of the Pokemon fan theories that in the first game that Wobbuffets showed up in, they only show up on this like weird island that appears super rarely, and so it was actually incredibly hard to find them. Or at least they specifically maybe they appear on that island a whole lot, but the point was they're weirdly super rare. And the island would appear randomly while you were out there on like just a random day of the year or something.
Huh.
And because of that, it was basically like a myth both in and out of game, where like nowadays someone could just like take a picture of it with their phone or whatever and upload it, but like back when it was happening, like it was just like a legend, like Mew being under the truck or whatever.
Right.
And someone had this fan theory where I made this fanfic where there was like a whole tribe of people living there, and then like they got turned into Wobbuffets.
Huh.
And they got like unsynced from time, which is why the island just appears and disappears.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
That's so interesting.
Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star?
No.
Roll credits. I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the far... So we're not in the Far East. Unless she means next door.
I guess not.
I always figured that, yeah. Best from the Far East.
Place.
This tea's really good. What is it? Ancient Chinese secret. Oh, you can tell me. No. And he just pushes up the box and it just says Ancient Chinese secret brand tea. I forget where that was from, just that I really like that gag. For some reason, the lunch boxes are... The box lunches are a hit here.
For some reason, the box lunches are...
This is the Platinum Bento. This is the Bentley of Bentos.
The Stanley Bento. Or the Bento Parable, I don't know.
The Bentley Parable, and it's just you play as a little British sports car. I don't know. No, it would, look, we make Stanley Parable with Jalopy, and you play as like an old like British sports car instead of someone in it. You're just the car itself, I guess.
And you sound like that one buggy car from that one car.
Oh, you're like sputtering a lot? Like,
yeah, I was like...
Man, I can't do that. I don't think my lips are thick enough to do that. Yeah, I can't roll my P's like that. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? That's a good question. Did you say something? No?
She said, "Why don't you just make them here?"
It's like, on one hand, I want to be like, come on, you just mix the rice and stuff, but like on the other hand, like, I don't want to simplify it. If it's like they're legit good, they're like prepared in a specific way, then why not? Only true connoisseurs can understand. Look, I've got a trilobite. Oh, actually, no, it is a the kind you can only tell. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's trilobite lunch set. Bro, that is a trilobite in a bento box.
Dude, I would love to try some.
How about you trilobite?
I would love to trilobite.
Trial a bite.
Trilobite. Trilobite.
Y'all got any I can't think of the name. Y'all got any erythrids in there?
Trilobite? Shia LaBeouf?
How about a cartilaginous fish?
Shia LaBeouf stopped being a cannibal when he tried trilobite, and then he decided he just.
Wait, did I mention that idea? Not that, but I wanted to like petition. I wanted to email the folks at Dead by Daylight and have it that on April 1st they do a fake announcement for a new slasher for Dead by Daylight, and it's actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Like, wouldn't that be just a great gag? Oh, it would be so fun.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, they could do, and they do like a cinematic intro, or this is like a foggy swamp. And there's like a guy desperately fixing like a radio or something. You just hear, do it, do it, do it,
do it, do it, do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow.
Yeah, there's like carvings on the wall. It says yesterday you said tomorrow. Just do it. And then there's like written in blood on the side of a barn, make your dreams come true.
He comes running out of the bush just going, do it, do it, do it, do it! As he's charging that shit.
Man, I love how that game is both like sort of gamified and codified the like slasher genre into such a specific distilled form.
Yeah.
Like, it really makes you reflect on the genre, because like the slasher like genre has so much like variation on like what their slashers like do and their origin stuff, but because Dead by Daylight has to have slashers that are balanced versus each other and like be viable and have certain abilities, they're more measurable next to each other, and so you can instead it's distilled down to what their like backstories are, how they became a sort of post-human creature.
Right.
Never mind. You win. Not sure how you gotta try. Hold on. I don't think trilobites are still around. I mean, there's similar things. I'm gonna look that up. Maybe horseshoe crab.
I don't even want to appreciate part of a trilobite's flavor. How dare you? Actually, I don't think I've ever had trilobite.
Let's see. There are creatures that resemble trilobites.
Can they be put into a bento box?
Certainly. Some living creatures resemble trilobites, but don't be fooled. Sorry. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches and learn about fish species. In fact, I highly recommend you all back Descent into Midnight. It'll be coming out December 2020. I had misjudged the date.
That's still your line.
Let's see here. My boyfriend works in the security room at the prosecutor. Oh, that would explain how like she's just like can sell stuff here without being like bothered about it.
Wow.
Just like working not retail, but like just being like a street salesperson can be really easy or really hard depending on like how nice the police are feeling.
Oh.
Your boyfriend?
Yes, actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. He's in the very next room.
See the security room over there? He works at the cafe in there.
Oh no.
Oh, that's your line. It's a glass-walled booth. I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I dropped by to see him.
Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance.
Well, I mean, he's kind of working, though.
Yeah.
So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, turns it around, it's just like a really realistic sketch of Phoenix Wright. Never get the nose right!
Never get the nose right!
You, Miss Star, a lunch vendor, an ulterior motive for coming here.
Useful analysis. Nah, are we really doing that?
You didn't notice it, but your brain did.
Are we really doing that right now, Phoenix? Are you that guy? Prosecutor's office. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility.
Hostility? Ha, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike. They wear sport coats and prosecute stuff. And the bigger they get, the worse they smell.
And they all look weirdly Victorian.
They're all made of linens. And they have no pulse. Kind of like Tyndale clams in the chowder. Oh, thank you for that.
Kind of like Tyndale clams in the... Well, I'm sorry, was that line offending you?
No, I read the line. You keep like leaving me on the line.
Well,
you're leaving me on red.
The thing is, I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past?
That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. Oh, like, she could have been a... She could have food poisoned someone, maybe on accident or on purpose, and then she was prosecuted, and that's why she doesn't like... Yeah, it comes full circle. I think we figured it out. That's sad.
Yep.
I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen.
I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure.
Your cat is sleeping on the bed.
Yeah, he does that.
I'm poking his little toe beans with my foot.
Yeah. Beep beep. Well, it is...
Activate cat phone.
Just been great talking to you, ladies, but,
He's such a cool cat.
When
he's up in that little, like, cat tower thing, he'll, like, lean his arm out.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. He does that. It's pretty neat. He's a very cool cat.
Oh, that's my sock. It has my toe in it.
Hey! What about...
Could you let go? Angel.
I present this...
Not Angel Star, that's the name of the cat.
About this card.
You gotta be gentle. Ah! Gentle pause, please. Okay, never mind. You just want to play.
Yeah, he's just...
I don't think he realizes that my foot is in the sock.
Yeah.
I want a cat toy. You got any cat toys around here?
Yeah, there's...
Lunchland vendors only accept cash. No card. Oh, because it's an ID.
Oh, yeah.
Especially not a card belonging to someone else.
No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective.
And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady. Why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective.
Why do I always...
Gumshoe, what? I need you to look at this ham.
Gumshoe, look...
Does this ham look suspicious to you? It's a little dry. It is a little dry.
He just like takes it from you and starts eating it. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Hey look, I'm an attorney.
A defense attorney must be able to fight. What?
Like legally?
How about you? You think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy.
A box of pickles?
Goodness, pickles!
Kind of a sad lunch, if you ask me. I mean, if it's just pickles, then
Look,
yeah.
Look, you could go with General Tso's Trilobite or pickles. I feel like that's the spectrum they're trying to set up here.
I think so too.
It's funny because like I know people who like pickles. I don't know anyone who likes like Trilobite.
I don't know, but let's go to the High Prosecutor's office.
Ooh, fancy in here. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
They were definitely
Holy crap.
What's it call it? They were definitely some kind of vampire costume.
Yeah.
February. Can I read it?
Sure.
February 22. Hic prosecutors office. Room 1202.
Room 2867539.
Stop.
What if Stacy's mom is Jesse's girl and her number is 8675309?
Of course!
Of course! Don't you know anything about science?
No, not to be confused with M. Bison's, of course, which is just of course.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
Yeah.
But they're different.
Of course!
Is this the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job? This is the kind... Oh, that wasn't a question. I feel like it should have been. Is this the kind of room that screams, I can do the job?
Says this is the kind of room
I mean, it's got all the binders. The binders mean that you do business things, I think.
Binders means business. More binders means
more binders
business.
means more business. I mean, have you seen... Because, like, your office has, like, the wall of binders.
Yeah.
Quite a change from your office, really. Yeah, it's got color.
Yeah. Yeah, my room is just white.
Yeah, it had like one plant and a lamp. Now it just has a plant.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Thanks.
It took you so long to...
I was just thinking about... Like, I'm trying to envision what Phoenix's room looks like now. Cause like
it's pretty pretty bland.
And the lamp got broken, so it's like not even there anymore.
Look, there's a trophy or something there. Ah, it's for highest potassium in the state.
Is it for the banana?
Or is it? Okay. Yeah, K is potassium, I think.
Yeah.
No, because it's the element for potassium.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, K is the element for potassium. That was one of the big jokes you had whenever someone... Like, that was the thing you did whenever someone would say K in a text message. You'd always be like, that's for potassium. It was like back in high school.
Yep, it's potassium. Okay.
You don't remember that?
Yes, I remember that, but it's not that funny of a story.
Nah. A trophy? A trophy? What the...
Well, it's kind of a fun of a story is that we had like this rail that I'd have to like go over onto a field, and so I got really good throughout the 4 years of high school of like finding ways of like hopping over it very quickly, and I got really good at it to a point where like I could sort of just like jump onto it on my hips and just roll over it without using my hands.
That's pretty badass.
So it's just it's kind of swivel around it. It was fun.
Fun stuff.
And the monitors did not like that.
Nah, it sounds like something they would be.
Honestly, that school should have put their monitor budget towards like, I don't know, teacher's aides or something. They would have gotten better test scores.
Yeah. A trophy? What that shield?
Takes real nerve to display stuff like this.
It
takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real great lemon.
Every villain is a lemon.
Ever vigilant. Ever vigilant, Phoenix Wright sleeps with his eyes open. I don't know who this is, so Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright, I am robot.
You never tire of prying into people's business, do you?
That voice, is it Edgeworth? I bet it's Edgeworth. It is Edgeworth! Ah, called it.
I was using the synthesizer on my phone.
It's an app I found. Long time no see, Edgeworth.
Huh?
My favorite vampire.
Mr. Edgeworth.
You know him from somewhere?
Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once, and I got a signature on like a picture of me and him, except like he's like pretty much out of frame. You just see his elbow.
You think Miles Edgeworth would sign autographs for people?
No, I just realized that.
I feel like maybe now he would. Like throughout most of the game he wouldn't, but after the last chapter I feel like maybe he's loosened up a lot more now.
You know what's...
Like he loosened up enough to go whoop!
Whoop. Oh yeah, he did give us a whoop or two.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of hoopla over a prosecution.
Right, her sister's the chief prosecutor after all.
Well, what brings you here?
Wait, so is this Edgeworth's office?
I don't think so. I don't think he's the well, maybe? No, I thought what's her name was the chief prosecutor. Not a prosecutor,
so
the chief prosecutor.
Why is Edgeworth here?
Why is he here? I'll warn you. I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
Okay.
As the kids say, a real lemon. No. Did I? No.
No.
It was just Mr. Wright here. He.
Hey, don't blame me. Don't you dare try to pin this on me.
We're just here to murder and investigate. Investigate a murder case. We're here to case the joint for murders. Murder. Why is it always murder?
It's always murder.
A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car. I don't think did the sports car look nasty in the parking lot?
I mean, I guess it would be nasty if there was a body in it.
True. I feel like they did a lot of cleaning. That would be my car. What of it? Why did you have a body in your car, Edgeworth? Edgeworth,
you got some explaining to do.
Well, I decided to discourage him by stabbing him in the torso 35 times.
Well, see, I wanted
Edgeworth, that kills people!
Well, see, I wanted his hands. I had, like, this weird craving for hands.
I had a deep craving that only hands can
satisfy. Edgeworth!
How can you do this, Edgeworth? Well, I'm a prosecuting lawyer with a long list of crimes.
So there's two things that are wrong with me. Llamas with hats. Holy crap, I haven't... You know, I've rewatched that, like, 3 times since the first time I saw it. Like they're just randomly. Like, just randomly I'll be with someone and they'll be like, hey, you remember Llamas with Hats? And then we'll just, like, watch all of the Llamas with Hats.
Fascinating. You know, I don't think it would have been as funny if his name wasn't Carl.
Carl!
Why are their faces falling from the sky?
That's what forgiveness sounds like. Screaming and then dead silence.
Carl.
I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream.
How about a whoop? Can I get a whoop?
Whoop! Can I get a whoop?
And if we had folks who watch these streams live, we could get a whoop in the comments.
Ah, dude, that'd be great. One day. So, the body was found in your car.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it right. You think I did it, don't you?
Of course not!
After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no. She didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
Now that didn't sound forced at all.
It's nice to meet you again! Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. Now there goes the Maya deposit. More surprising still. Surprising. I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt.
I can understand. Well, wait.
Well, who did you think was going to be the prosecutor? The chief. If the chief prosecutor is being prosecuted, the person below them has to prosecute them, not the chief prosecutor. Probably.
Is that how it works?
I figure besides the chief prosecutor, they only have Edgeworth.
Yeah.
It's a small cast.
Well, there was that one prosecutor dude that showed up at, like, the first chapter. He was like the old guy with the glasses.
Yeah, there's him. There's Edgeworth and Von Karma. That's it.
Your Honor.
Just like how that hotel is managed by like one guy. we had the idea that it was like basically him and at least like one person at the desk and maybe like a manager, but I think it was just him and the manager working the desk.
Yeah.
And then he became the manager, so there's got to be like one other person.
Yeah.
Maybe just switch places.
Change places.
Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. Hence the chief part.
But
she can't prosecute herself,
why kids
so
love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
She's found every bit of evidence, but can she see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Is it the sugar? It's the sugar.
Yeah, it's the sugar. No. It's the cinnamon sugar swirls in every bite.
I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow.
Cool. Wait, not cool.
You, Mr. Edgeworth.
Now I'm gonna have to root against you, and you're like my hero. Aww.
I hate to be the bad guy in the situation. I'd rather be, I don't know, a pizza guy, where I show up and everyone's happy to see me.
You're not the pizza guy. You're playing Watch Dogs.
Just Edgeworth slaps down a couple pizzas. Pizza time.
I love that they carried over that line of "You're not the pizza guy" from Watch Dogs 1 to Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah.
When you see him in the car and he's like, "You're not the pizza guy," and that like line only makes sense if you've played the first game. Otherwise, you're just like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
I figured. Yeah, that makes sense. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all.
What do you mean?
Rumors. No, sorry, to say rumors, I meant tumors. I've got tumors.
No. It's not a tumor.
I got a mummy curse over the weekend. I'm turning into ashes. I'm turning into sand.
Turning to ashes, and I'm turning to dust.
You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? The news. I assume everyone has become aware of it.
You mean about the bird?
It's certain information about the avian variety.
Oh, the avian variety. It's the word of the bird.
Sort of.
Bird's a word. Bird's a word. Miles Edgeworth. Oh, don't touch my controller.
He keeps slapping his thumb to hit the button.
Yeah. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it.
Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident.
What? That's crazy! The guy that did a lot of evidence forging and illegal stuff to get his case, doing the exact same thing here? What? That makes no sense.
I mean...
Granted, he's changed since his case, but...
But more importantly, you would look at the actual, like, MO in the situation, like, how he goes about doing stuff, like... Why would he be behind, like, killing a detective when his job is prosecuting, not defending? Like, if anything, unless the detective was finding, like, evidence that someone was, I don't know, out of town and they didn't do it or something, I don't know, it just doesn't add up.
Maybe. Wait, if there's a chief prosecutor, then does that mean there's also a chief defense attorney?
I don't think so.
Huh.
But that would be cool. I wanna... like, new chapter, you get promoted to chief defense attorney.
I am the chief defendant.
Chief defendor.
Chief defendor.
Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others.
This is true.
That's deep. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. Sometimes it be that way.
Sometimes it really do be that way.
But...
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
If we had an editor, I'd do the gag where it goes back to Edgeworth, but his head is just a butt, and it plays a comically loud fart sound, and the screen shakes. Some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. It's supposed to be an F. They think it's funny.
Toys? That bronze shield? Well, that's got to be a story. There's got to be a story behind that one. So this is Edgeworth's office, right?
Yes, I guess it's gotta be.
Well, that.
The weird thing is how. Oh, wait a minute. It's still what doesn't add up is the suit in the background. It's like he got like that suit back there is Von Karma's. So like after they won the trial, did he just like get Von Karma's like shirt, get it ironed, and then put it in a box?
I guess. Well, it says High Prosecutor's Office, so...
So it's not his... No, wait. No, I think he's just using this office for now because he's
the bronze shield of his...
He's temporarily... he's temporarily High Prosecutor in the sense that he has to be prosecuting the High Prosecutor.
Okay.
And in the meantime, people are delivering stuff to this office.
Alright. Let us go.
I guess that's my guess.
Yeah,
I thought this was supposed to be his office, but like if he's... Yeah. Chief Prosecutor. I don't get it.
I mean, it's definitely in his color.
Yeah, that too.
It looks like the kind of
Yeah, it feels like it's more in his color than Sky's. Or,
yeah.
Not Sky, Lana's. Chief Prosecutor Sky. Yes, we worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. Congratulations on the big bust. Hey, you too. Futurama. That's right, I remember.
Two years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet.
Only been a lawyer. That means that it's only been like 2 years since we like started.
Yeah.
Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistake? Emma, don't you dare! Don't you start repeating lines.
Mistaken, huh?
Mistaken, huh? Baby snake, huh?
Girly, go for some snake right now, huh?
What? Why?
The snake is delicious.
I mean, no, I mean... I know she's not the... I know she's not the warmest person. But I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. That's just rude.
Why did she stab him in the trunk of my car?
What?
Why is
what?
this?
Mr. Edgeworth, your knife. Yes, that's what he said.
Yes.
Just to confirm, in case I heard that wrong.
If there's any doubt in your mind that this was Edgeworth's knife and Edgeworth's car.
To be specific, it's the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car.
The murder weapon, usually.
I was about to be like, why do you have a knife? And then I was like, no, that's a reasonable place to keep a knife.
Yeah. Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth?
What?
Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can he take a joke?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright.
And with that, I am freaking tired, so I think we're gonna call it here.
Alrighty then.
And,
I kind of want a Pop-Tart.
You can have the Pop-Tart.
Nice. Alright, so thank you so much for joining us this lovely evening, or whenever you're watching this.
I've got a Pop-Tart.
I've been Taylor.
I've been Luchik.
And that's spelled with a C.
With a C.
And remember to drink your water. You know?
Yeah, drink water.
Just be sure to take care.
Stay awesome.
Have a beautiful day.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.